First things to know, you just have to replicate what the world record does in its run to know the route. It's really not a hard game to do, but there is some specific technique that you will need to use from here and there. We'll cover most of the movements and also some particular points of the run that can be tough to understand while watching a speedrun. So first, let's start with the movements. We have the jump, we have the double jump, we have the dash, and we have ground pound. So on land, what is really fast to do is do a dash jump followed by a dash. This is basically how you move really fast, but as you have played the game, you know that there is not that much land in Wavetale. Other things to know is water movement. So water movement is basically that. When done properly, you will unlock dolphin mode, which can be kept if you release the button of diving at the right time. So how to trigger dolphin mode? You have it for free if you jump from a land, but you can also build it by pressing the diving button and releasing at the peak of the wave by pressing jump. Of course, if you want to keep the dolphin, you'll have to dive as soon as you get it. So you can go fast. Sometimes you will miss it, but it's possible to get it back with a backup. You're gonna need to do maybe a double jump or a triple jump that I will cover after. I personally prefer you to do only a simple jump because triple jump will break your momentums, and sometimes it's better to acknowledge that you missed it and get it back with another wave. This is the key to be more speedy in Wavetale. You will not be able to keep your dolphin mode eternally. You will eventually lose it in some biomes that are really hard to surf on them. Another thing to know with dolphin mode is that if you have a grab nearby, you will be able to access the dolphin mode by grab cancelling. I will cover it next time, but each time you have a grab somewhere, you can enter dolphin mode for free. So let's talk about more advanced mechanics. The grab cancel is really not that hard. The only thing you need to do is to press jump at the last time when Sigrid will enter the boost. As you can see, there is an acceleration and a deceleration. You want to press jump when acceleration is roughly the maximum. So like that. And you'll keep your momentum. This works with everything that is grabbable. So even with those little sticks. And as I said, you have a free dolphin mode. Another advanced technique that you need to know is triple jump. So what is triple jump? In this game you have jump, double jump, and planning. You don't have triple jump. But you can force the game to give you one by doing a heavy attack in the air, so a ground pound, and then cancelling the ground pound with a jump. Like that. Jump, double jump, ground pound, jump. One thing to know about ground pound is that you lose control of Sigrid when you do that. So if I do a dash triple jump. As you can see, I lost all momentum there, and I wasn't able. I will press the jump button so you can see when I get control of Sigrid. As you can see, there is like 1.5 seconds of losing control of Sigrid. So this is a really good technique to gain ice or even get propulsed like that. But in dolphin mode, I discourage to use it because you will roughly lose your speed by getting back in the water. But sometimes a triple jump is what is needed to get Sigrid a new free dolphin mode. I encourage you to experiment with it. So triple jump is only useful at some points of the game. I will show you during the second part of the video with a specific segment of the run. But keep in mind that it exists. Last technique of the speedrun that I want you to know is the dash reset. So what is dash reset? As you can see, Sigrid has a floating ability, the Rayman ability as I like to call it in marathon, where you lose height exponentially. Pretty basic movement. If you do a dash when Sigrid lose her height, you will reset that timer. I'll show you now. And so I can float really fast like that. You want to do that when you cross larger section while planning with Sigrid, which we can find at some places of the run. And that's it. That's basically it for movement tech in the speedrun. Let's get to other sections of this guide. So another point I wanted to talk about is control of the game. If you play the game with your keyboard, you are good to go. This is the fastest way to play Wavetale. But if you've watched my marathon run, you'll know that I only run the game with a controller. Why is that? It's because I played the game casually with a controller and I feel more at ease with it. Okay, so what's the problem with playing with a controller? So first of all, you have this really slow camera that only annoys me, but that's a fact. You can, I think, change it in the options. But what is really problematic with speedrun is that when you'll do a grab console, you'll get that. The camera will always try to direct you with what the game expects you to go. So when you go in reverse, by doing coming back from the plaza, for example, you won't be able to do a grab cancel effectively. So what's the solution here? The solution is pretty simple. You will need to trigger Steam input. I will disable that. I have a set of buttons that is available called Wavetale keyboard. You can fine tune it, it's okay. You should be able to find it in the Steam's option. If not, this is what it looks like. So here is the disposition of the button. You can pause the video here if you want to replicate it. When you restart the game, you'll be welcomed with smoother controls, especially with the camera, which I feel is more cool. And of course, when you'll try to do dash cancel, you will not be bothered by the camera anymore, and you'll be able to do those cool techniques of grab cancel like that. So yeah, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. That was a basic concept of movement and how to play Wavetale. Please reach out to me if you have any question. We will be digging in more details part of the run that I want to cover in a second video that will come out later. Also, there is some additional things I wanted to say. There is an auto splitter for this game. Please use it. It only works with keyboard, but with the settings I have gave you with Steam input, it is working, so you'll be able to have the auto split with your controller if you want. And yeah, that was it. Happy speedrunning!